few weeks ago, I went on a walk and I found some beautiful leaves. Look how big this one is. And this one's red and this one's yellow. It's so beautiful this time of the year. I really enjoy going outside and seeing God's creation and all the things that He's given us and all the changes that we see in the bright sky. But you know, the Bible tells us all sorts of stories about God's creations and the things that He did. I love to read the stories in the Bible. And today I want to tell you a story about when God created everything. So just for a moment, I want you to close your eyes. It's dark. Can you imagine it being totally dark with no light, no night light, no street lights, no anything lights? Just dark, just black, everywhere. The Bible says that it was dark, it was black, and the face of the earth was covered with water. And then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And it was the evening and the morning of the first day. Then the Bible says that God divided the waters. He put the clouds up in the sky and the whole earth was covered with water. And He looked at everything, and that was the beginning. That was the beginning and the ending of the very second day. Then the Bible says that God caused the waters to go together, and He caused the earth to come up out of the waters. And He made the land and the water separate. And He looked at everything that He had made, and He said that it was good. And then the Bible tells us that God started having the plants to grow, and the trees to grow, and flowers bloomed, and things began to grow and multiply. And He looked at everything that He made, and it was good. And this was the evening and the morning of the third day. Then God created the sun to be in the sky during the daytime, and the moon and the stars at night. And He looked at everything that He had made, and He said that it was good. And this was the evening and the morning of the fourth day. Then the Bible says that God made all the creatures that live in the ocean, the fish and the dolphins and the whales and the sea, all kinds of creatures that live in the water. And up in the sky, He looked and He saw and He made all the birds that fly in the air and all the animals that live in the sky. And He blessed them and caused them to multiply. And He looked at everything and He said that it was good. And this was the evening and the morning of the fifth day. Then the Bible says that He created all of the animals that live on the earth, from the big elephants and giraffes to the little bitty mice and dogs and cats and everything in between. And He blessed them and He made them and caused them to multiply, and they covered the earth. And He looked at everything that He'd made, and He said that it was good. And then He finished His creation by making man and woman, and created them and blessed them, told them to multiply. And He also gave them dominion, which means He gave them authority over the whole earth. And He gave us the charge that it was our responsibility to take care of the earth. And He looked at everything that He had made, and He said that it was good. And it was the evening and the morning of the sixth day. Now, on the seventh day, God rested. And I put a church here because that's sort of what we think about as resting. A time of not working, a time of stopping, of thinking about all the things that God has given us, a time to thank God and to ask God for help, a time to look to Him, a special day that we set aside, a day of rest. And this is what God commanded us to do, to always set aside that time of rest. And this was the evening and the morning of the seventh day. And God created the whole world in His 7 days. And we appreciate that story in the Bible. And now as you go out and you look at all the things around you and as the seasons change, I want you to think about God's creation and all of the wonderful things that He gave us. Thank you.